SmackDown is in Montreal tonight, the same place Raw was at last night. And they're doing two shows in the same arena. I guess they do it a lot now, in which they do Raw and SmackDown in the same arena. I kind of think that's overkill. I think they should just go city to city. But Montreal was so great on Raw, they can have the whole week. They should have the pay-per-view. They should move the pay-per-view from Newark, New Jersey to Montreal because they've been pretty awesome. So they do highlights from Regrets for Rumble, and they show Paige, and my God, Paige looks fucking horrible. You can see Paige the way she looked when she first debuted to now. I mean, she is like a walking embodiment of a PCA for don't do drugs, kids. Remember those say no to drugs ads when you were a kid? Everyone had them. I had them. I think all the schools should show Paige a before and after of Paige of a PCA of a don't do drugs, because she is fucking horrible. She looks awful. This is The Rock's fault. Fuck The Rock. This is your fault. You fucking have to make this damn movie about this girl. No one wants to see it. Her family's, I've heard from people who live in the UK who've talked about this. Her family scumbags. They're really frowned upon. Why does The Rock have to make this fucking movie about this bitch? She's unlikable. She's just, I can't stand Paige. I'm so mad I have to see her on SmackDown. When I see her, I want to change the channel. She's out of shape. She's fat. There, I said it. She's fat. Oh, you're body shaming. She is. She announced AJ Nakamura as a no DQ match. She looks fucking drunk. She just looks horrible. So Miz is in the ring, and his guest is Jeff Hardy. And Jeff wasn't good on the mic. Jeff's never been good on the mic. Matt's always been way better than Jeff on the mic, but I didn't like him on the mic here. The delivery wasn't good. They had made him say Seth freaking Rollins. That's never good. Miz brings out Randy Orton. He's trying to stir up tension between them. And I don't know if they're going to do Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton at a Backlash, but they could build to that. But I think that's a program eventually. I mean, it's like we're back in 2008. Remember that Royal Rumble match they had? I remember that match was so disappointing. I remember I was in Madison Square Garden, the 2008 Royal Rumble, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, and that was such a disappointing match because going into that match, most people were thinking Orton could win, was probably going to win, but Jeff had so much momentum into that Swanson from the top of the Titantron, but then in the match, the crowd was dead because they knew Orton was going to win, and that match was super disappointing. Anyway, Shelton Benjamin came out, so I guess we're really back now we might be back in 2005. And they go back and forth, and eventually it's a tag match. It's Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, and Shelton Benjamin and The Miz. So, Randy Orton hits the RKO and Shelton Hardy gets the Swanton for the win. So Orton and Hardy win, and after the match, Orton, as anyone can see a million miles away, he RKOs Jeff Hardy. So I don't know if they're going to do that match for sure, but that looks like it. So you had Renee Young interviewing the Iconics. They're not the Iconic Duo anymore. They're the Iconics. That's how you pronounce the damn lettering. I guess they're aligned with Carmella. I don't mind them as a trio. I think that's fine. I think you can do stuff with Carmella, and the two of them are kind of it's kind of the goons for Carmella, and they help her win. So I think they'll probably help her beat Charlotte because I think Carmella's retaining. And they tease that they beat Asuka, and even though Asuka didn't get pinned, interview ends. Again, they're fine. They're all annoying, so I guess they're fine as a heel trio. I don't mind. I'm actually kind of starting to like that faction. I think they should just make that a faction. And Daniel Bryan's not cleared because of that chest thing. Fuck, Roderick Strong. What the fuck's wrong with you? I mean, how hard do you have to fucking chop someone, Roderick Strong? I don't see any hate for Roderick Strong online. There should be getting some hate. I mean, there should be some heat on him. What the fuck's he doing chopping someone that fucking hard in the fucking chest? The guy did you see how red his chest was? He's gonna have he could have had a chest infection. I think it's real. He can't be cleared. They're showing an interview he did back after the show. So I mean, that's real. He's a fucking idiot. Fucking Roderick Strong. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you fucking moron. So they showed the bar in the New Day, and they do stuff with pancakes. It was stupid. I just thought that was the dumbest shit. I don't need to see this feud. I think both teams... I mean, we saw them feud for a while when they were on Raw a couple of years ago. So you have Rusev and Aiden English. I kind of like this segment. Look, I like the Rusev Day. I don't like it as much as most people do, but I like Rusev. I find Aiden English very annoying. So they showed Lana back in the Rusev Day gear. Yes, that's exactly what we want. Lana and Rusev were great together. I hope she kicks Aiden English in the balls and Rusev puts him in the camel clutch or the accolade and next week, and it's over with Rusev and Aiden English. I think him and Lana should be together. I think they're awesome as a duo, even though Vince wants to split them apart because he doesn't think a guy like Rusev deserves a girl like Lana. But I think they're actually really good, and I hope maybe they can even be a babyface couple. So I hope he ditches Aiden and Lana's his manager again. He have Big Cass coming to the ring. He's just ripping on Daniel Bryan and he's calling him small, and it's probably all Vince jokes. I'm sure Vince is laughing. He's small, damn it. Damn it, he's small. Why are they cheering for him? Ha. That's right, pal. That's right, Big Cass. He's small. Ha. He's small. Damn it. You're fine. Anyway, I didn't give a shit about that promo. So you had Renee Young interviewing AJ Styles, and it's a no-disqualification match with Nakamura. And Nakamura keeps hitting him in the balls, and he talked about the match they had in Saudi Arabia in which they had to stop it became a double count out. He's kind of good promo, and then they show Samoa Joe. He is in the segment, and he kind of did this thing where he So in the ring, Joe came out and he was on stage, and I don't like this because, I think Nakamura may not win the title because, AJ and Joe's great, but I hope they're not going to go do away with Nakamura because I want to see Nakamura as champ. I think he'd be a good heel champ. I'd like to see him win the belt at Backlash, but the way they make you think Joe might beat Reigns and then Joe might challenge AJ at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. That's how they're kind of building this, and I hope I want to see Nakamura win the belt, even though I like AJ a lot. So you have Cesaro and Sheamus against Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods got the win with the Cradle, so, who cares about this? So they have Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. They're backstage with Paige, and, they hug her, and so she announces Becky Lynch and Mandy Rose next week, and she says Absolution is dead and Mandy Rose has to earn a title shot. Mandy Rose is my early pick to win the Women's Money in the Bank. I think she's going to be this year's, even more than Carmella, she's going to be their top girl. Other than Charlotte, obviously. She'll be at the top. She'll win the belt. She's going to get the Money in the Bank. They're going to put everything behind her, and she's their hot blonde with big tits who's tall. It's not that tall, but she has a great look to her. Bodybuilder, so Triple H probably loves her now. She's their girl, so I think Mandy Rose I don't think she's going to beat Becky Lynch next week because I think she'll probably win the Money in the Bank. So Becky will probably get the title shot. Maybe Becky gets the shot at Money in the Bank. That's probably how they're going to go because I think Carmella's beating Charlotte. She's going to cheat, but that's probably their direction. So they have Zelina Vega. Man, how much? Why do we have to wait for Zelina? Can she just come here already? Damn it! I want to see Zelina. I don't give a shit about Andrade. I want to see Zelina. But it was a fine promo. So then they do a 6-woman tag. How many fucking tag matches do we see as the main event now? So women are main eventing SmackDown. They can't be in Saudi Arabia, so they get to main event SmackDown. You have Charlotte, Becky, and Asuka against Carmella, Peyton Royce, and Billie Kay. So look. I'm so fucking sick of, it's just, so, the baby faces win. It ends, I'll talk what happened. Asuka gets, she taps out Peyton Royce, so, that surprised me. I thought they'd have her beat Billie Kay, but they're already beating, Pilly and Peyton, even though, they're not dominant heels or dominant faces. They don't need to be undefeated, so it's fine to have them lose. Because they're just, these bitch-ass heels. They're bitches. And they're kind of like chicken shit heels rather than, badass heels. So, after that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, how many fucking women's tag team matchups have I seen in the past 2 months? It's crazy. Woman tag match this, woman tag match that. Main eventing. They main evented Raw last week. Now they main event SmackDown tonight. I think this is the seeds because they're doing so many women's tag matches. They're teasing every duo. They have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. They have Charlotte and Becky aligned. They have Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, obviously. That's just on SmackDown. They have Alexa Bliss and Mickie James on Raw. That's a duo. You have Ronda Rousey and Natalya. That's kind of a duo. They're going to split soon. I don't even want to talk about Bayley and Sasha. That's just a disaster. But they have more duos than they've had. They have so many women aligned with each other, and it's interesting because I think there's a reason for that. I think the reason is they're gonna bring in the women's tag today, so that's why you see so many women's tag matches. We've seen like a billion women's tag matches last couple months. They're trying everything out. They're looking for I think I mentioned Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville as a team too. They're doing everything. They're trying everything out, and they want women's tag divisions. They want a women's tag division. I think you're gonna have the women's tag titles. I think Billie Kay and Peyton Royce should get the belts immediately, and they should have the belts for many months because they're gonna be really good as a heel duo, and I think that's why we have so many women's tag matches. So Montreal was fun. That was not as crazy as last night, but it was a fun crowd. They make the show a lot better. And also, before I end this video, on a I guess sort of is related to wrestling, I would like to congratulate Glenn Jacobs, aka Kane, or the Demon Kane, for his win in the Republican primary of Knoxville County for mayor. He won the primary. He hasn't won the actual. He's not going to be the mayor until he wins the election, which is I think is in November or something, or maybe September. I'm not sure. That's obviously a much bigger. I think it's November. I think that's so he hasn't won it yet, but right now he won the primary by 17 votes. That's very close. He might I don't know if they do sort of I don't know what you call it, a recount again the next night, so it might be overturned by the time you hear this. But I'm happy for him. Congratulations to Kane. I hope he wins. I don't live anywhere near Knoxville County, but happy for Kane and Glenn Jacobs. He is a Republican candidate for a mayor, and hopefully he wins the whole. He is the mayor. If I was in Knoxville, I'd vote for Kane, and congratulations to Glenn Jacobs. So I want to say my congratulations and make America great again, Kane.